Night Hunt, The Counterattack of the Global Hacker Master. Chapter 1 The King of the Dark Web. 3 billion pairs of eyes stared at the bright red words through the screen. Diao Yute belongs to the Flower Country. This sentence bombarded the homepage of the official website of the Global Hacker Master Challenge like a shock bomb. How could it be she yet? Liu Xingyun, the leader of the Hacker Guild opposite, frowned. 15 days, 15 days. In just 2 weeks, Shi Ye broke through the world's top Hacker Master Challenge website and completed the impossible task. He left no trace, only the provocative words, like a poisonous snake spit out of the night. Shi Ye sat lazily in the dark room, with his beloved little wolf dog Blackfeather on his lap. 2 eyes are staring at the latest episode of the new sci-fi show. The picture is flashing, but the heart is always alert. Blackfeather, tonight's world is another silent war. Chapter 2 The Prince in the Shadows. The lights of the world gradually dimmed. She wears a cloak of the night, like a silent blade shuttling through the unknown network tunnel. These dark web hackers known as unknown assassins roam the boundary between the real and the virtual. They looked down on the princes, were not moved by power, but only fought for freedom and faith. Do you think he will come to me? Shi Ye held the black feather and his eyes were deep. Wow! Hey, you barked softly, as if to say, don't be afraid, let's face it together. Chapter 3 Global Tracking. Countless top security experts gather in the Global Monitoring Center. All his entrances must be blocked, this invasion is unprecedented. Liu Xingyun ordered. Satellite locks, network blockades, but no trace of Time and Night can be caught. He exists like a ghost, without a trace. Attack and defense again and again, turning into a silent duel. Traffic on the global network has been shaken violently by his intrusion, and people have even begun to question whether this is a malicious attack or a revolution. Chapter 4 Bizarre Code Names. Shi Ye's friends on the dark web have their own characteristics. Streamer Phantom, a mysterious hacker known for his speed. Red Flame Ghost, fiery passion, can incinerate any protection system. Frostblade Zero, calm and deadly, specializing in encryption technology. These 3 formed the Shadow 3 Swords, which were Shi Ye's most trusted allies. The Diao Yute incident is just the beginning, and we must let the world know that our voice cannot be ignored. Time and Night whispered in the darkness, and the bizarre code names were like the stars of the dark night, shining in the black web. Chapter 5 Tricks and Traps. Just when the world was panicking, he set up many tricks day and night. He controls hundreds of drones and uses quantum communication devices to disrupt global satellite positioning systems. Drones fly through the night sky of the city, projecting illusions of virtual revolutions. These visions are like smoke, paralyzing the global security system. Liu Xingyun finally understood that this was not just a contest of technology, but a war between information and the mind. Chapter 6 Abyssal Dialogue. In a secret communication, Shi Ye had a direct conversation with Liu Xingyun. What do you want? Liu Xingyun's voice was cold. Freedom, and changing this world that is swallowed up by profit. She responded. Do you think someone will support you if you do this? The eyes of 3 billion people have already told you the answer. This conversation circulated on the dark web and became a spark in the hearts of countless people. Chapter 7 The Light of the Night. Shi Ye is not just a hacker, he is more like a revolutionary in the dark night. The storm he caused made the world rethink the balance between power and freedom. And by his side, there is always a black feather by his side, silently guarding. We are not darkness, we are light in the night. The words of Shi Ye have become classic quotes on the internet. Chapter 8 The Endgame. The organizers of the challenge finally decided to have a direct conversation with Shi. They put forward conditions, peaceful dialogue and cooperation. Shi Ye does not compromise easily, but he does not want to destroy unnecessarily. A global live conversation will unfold. As a representative, Shi Ye openly exposed the corruption and control behind global surveillance. This dialogue has allowed 3 billion people to see the truth and witness courage again. Chapter 9 Rebirth and a New Chapter. After the storm, Shi Ye disappeared into the depths of the internet, as if he never existed. But his ideas are deeply rooted in the hearts of the people. The world has begun to promote more open and transparent network policies, and surveillance system reforms are in full swing. Yu was still with him in that small room, guarding the smell of freedom in the air. Chapter 10 The Shadow Abyss. The disappearance of Time and Night does not mean the end of the storm. On the contrary, like a deep-sea undercurrent, the undercurrent surged, and more forces began to move. While the global network is being reformed, a mysterious organization called the Abyssal Society gradually emerges. They believe in information as power and advocate extreme control of the global cyber lifeline. Yu suddenly barked by the window at night, and Shi Ye's intuition told him that a crisis was coming. He picked up the keyboard again and summoned the Shadow 3 Swords, Streamer Phantom, Red Flame Ghost, and Zero Frost Blade. Will the Abyss plunge the world into darkness? We must stop them. Chapter 11 Double Agent. In order to find out the details of the Abyss Society, Xie sent a streamer phantom to infiltrate the enemy camp. The streamer phantom pretends to rebel, gains the trust of the Abyssal Society, and begins to gather important information. But I didn't expect that the leader of the Abyssal Society, Yeming, had already seen through it and set a trap. An online meeting at night turned into a life and death struggle, and the streamer phantom was almost arrested. In a critical moment, the Red Flame Ghost and the Zero Frost Blade joined forces to rescue. The three of them escaped with amazing speed and technology, but they were also targeted by the Abyss Society and became the most dangerous prey. Chapter 12 Virtual Maze. The Abyss uses advanced virtual reality technology to create mazes that trap enemies in endless virtual worlds. Xie decided to infiltrate the maze himself to try to break the trap. The labyrinth is full of unpredictable traps and illusions where time and space lose their meaning. Facing the test of self and memory, Xie constantly challenges his psychological limits. Black Feather serves as his spiritual support, guiding him to find the truth through telepathy. Chapter 13 Illusion and Truth. In the maze, Xie met a mysterious girl named Ling Ni. She claims to be an AI created by the Abyss Society and the guardian of the labyrinth. Lingni put forward the condition, only by completing her 3 tests can she gain true freedom. The 3 tests are the puzzle of wisdom, the test of courage and the challenge of faith. Xie solved the puzzle step by step, faced the fear deep in his heart, and finally chose to believe in Lingni. Chapter 14 Breaking out of the cocoon and becoming a butterfly. Lingni suddenly awakens after the ordeal and realizes that she is being used by the Abyss. She chose to join forces with Xie to become a powerful data helper. Lingni uncovers the Abyss conspiracy to control the core of the global network. The Abyss plans to achieve complete control of the world through a global network collapse. Xie formed an alliance with the Shadow Three Swords and Ling Ni, ready to launch a final counterattack. Chapter 15 Cyberstorm. The ultimate showdown is about to begin. Xie commands countless like-minded hacker groups to fight against the Abyssal Society's dark web army. The data torrents collided violently, and the virtual space turned into a violent storm. The real-world rebels led by Yu also broke through the physical obstruction of the Abyss Society at a critical moment. Fighting on 2 fronts, Xie finally approached the enemy's core. Chapter 16 The Night Judgment. In the deepest part of the global network, Time and Night go head-to-head with the Night. The two engage in a pinnacle showdown of hacking skills and willpower. At the last moment of fate, Lingni sacrificed her own data life to assist Xie in cracking the last protection. Yeming is finally defeated, the Abyss will disintegrate, and the global network will return to freedom. Chapter 17 The Eve of Dawn. The dawn of victory illuminates the world. Xie and his companions became legends, but they knew that true freedom needed to be guarded forever. Yu was still sleeping peacefully on his lap at night. Xie said softly, "The world will get better, we have more stories to tell." Chapter 18 The aftermath is not over. After the Abyss collapses, the global network returns to calm. However, Xie knew in his heart that the storm would not stop there. In the corners of the dark web, new threats are quietly breeding. He received a mysterious message. The night does not die, but the shadow lasts. At the same time, governments around the world have begun to step up surveillance and launch a large-scale crackdown on hacking activities. The 3 swords of Time, Night and Shadow had to temporarily go underground and readjust their strategies. Chapter 19 Spy Shadows. Xie discovered a surprising truth: behind the Abyss Society, there is actually a larger secret organization under control, Skynet. This organization wants to control not only information, but also global economy and politics. In order to fight Skynet, Xie sent undercover agents who had been lurking for a long time and began to destroy its multiple firewalls. Intelligence warfare and psychological warfare are intertwined, and the world of the dark web is more complex and dangerous than ever. Chapter 20 The Two-Faced Soul. Xie allied with a mysterious woman codenamed Phantom Diva. She is both a hacker and a singer, using music to penetrate people's hearts and convey the message of freedom. The two cooperate to break the secret code of Skynet, but they also have subtle emotional entanglements in the cooperation. In the dark night, you are the only light I can trust. The Phantom Singer whispered, and Xi's heart was slightly shaken. Chapter 21 Desperate Counterattack. Skynet began to launch a comprehensive counterattack and take control of important network nodes around the world. The alliance led by Xie and the Phantom Diva is in an unprecedented crisis. A global cyber offensive and defensive war broke out wildly in the virtual world, and the data flow flooded everything. Xie broke through the siege and attacked the core of Skynet. Chapter 22 The Broken World. The Skynet core system collapsed, and the world was briefly paralyzed. Power outages, violent financial market shocks, and human society is like a candle in the wind. But all this has also awakened a deep reflection on freedom and surveillance. Tokoyami was lost in the chaos, and the Phantom Diva's life or death is unknown. Chapter 23 Light Rebirth. Time and Night regrouped in a ruined world. He discovers that the Phantom Diva is originally imprisoned by Skynet in a data prison. He does everything in his power to rescue her, and the two reunite, determined to create a truly free online world together. They began the Freedom Agreement campaign, calling on hackers and ordinary people around the world to unite. Chapter 24 The End of the Night. Years later, the global network has been rebuilt, striking a delicate balance between surveillance and freedom. Shi Ye and the Phantom Diva announced in a secret meeting. True freedom is the never-ending protection. He Yu still lay quietly beside Shi Ye, accompanying him through countless nights. Finale. In an era where the internet and reality are intertwined, Shi Ye and his allies have proven that even in the darkest of nights, there is still light shining. Their stories have become eternal legends in the hearts of countless people. Postscript. Not just a hacker story, but a microcosm of everyone who seeks the light in the dark. Freedom and control, order and chaos, our eternal tug of war. May you and I find our own light in the dark night and move forward bravely.